Alright, hi there. Alright, I'm going to add some masking around the eye right here. So I'm going to lightly dip in. Tiny little dots is what I'm looking for. And I'm going to go around the eye and put tiny little dots around it to reserve that white. So I'm putting a little space between each one. Okay, now that has to dry. Make this a little bigger. There we go. Okie dokie. Alright, gonna go in and paint the black. So let's go ahead and do that. I have my magic mixture over here. I want to go ahead and do the brown around the eye, the iris, first. So I'm going to come in and just fill the entire thing here with a dark. And I'm darkening it by grabbing a little bit of the ultramarine. This brush holds a lot of paint, sometimes too much. So I'm going to do that iris, and I will allow that to dry. Alright, I'm going to go in now and I'm going to mix my magic mixture, which I'm making my black, with the ultramarine blue and with the burnt sienna. I'm going back and forth between them. To make a good solid black, you want it to be the thickness pretty much of honey. So not a lot of water, that's key. Go back and forth between the two. Try it out. That looks nice and black. So I've got what I need. Alright, I'm going to start back up in here. I'm going to come in here in that little area. I'm going to fill that in right there. Take some of the excess off. I've got a little bit. Do I have? It looks like right in here. And then I've got a section right in here, it looks like. So now I'm going to wash my brush off, remove the excess. I'm going to go along the edge here and fill in the rest of this with just water and let that paint pull. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just going to touch the edge. So you can see that beautiful little line right there. It's getting soft. Come in under here to show that definition of that wing. Alright, so we've got that little line right there is nice. And then we've got some that are just kind of medium right up in here. And that's that little bit like that, like that. That comes down into here, down into here. And so by really lightening it, I can come in and it's going to make a dark red here. Any place that I need it. Like that. I'm going to come in with it light. Come in here. There we go. That looks nice. And I'm going to get the dark in here, so I'm going to grab my solid blue, solid black. And make it a little thicker. There we go. It's nice and black. Well, need a little blue black. There we go. That's good. Alright, so now I'm going to come around the eye. I'm going to go over what I just painted. You'll see when I rub this off. Alright, I'm going to do the pupil as round as I can. And it looks like it's dark up here. So I'm going to bring it up there. Then I'm going to bring this around here. Not leaving any white. We don't have to be exact. No one's looking at your reference picture to compare it to. So down around here, it doesn't matter if you're a little off. Just getting the idea of these feathers. Nice outline here. Come in here. And make sure it is nice and dark. Nice and dark. Black as I can get it. Okay, got a little bit under here. Got it here, we've got it here. Set it over there. As long as I've got this outlined under here, then I think that will work. Alright, so let's let that dry. I'm going to go back in here and darken that brown a little bit. I can do that right now. So I'm going to get a little darker brown like that. Go back in, darken this. It always dries lighter. Okay. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to darken this in just a little bit more here. Just a little bit. That's okay. Everything else looks fine. Now I can do a little bit in here, and by doing it really light, like this, I can come in and add some depth to this. It adds some dimensionality to it. Let's see, so we got some right in here. Let's do a little in here. So this just adds to the illusion of this bird. Alright, need it right in here. Yep, that looks fine. Do a little bit in here with a little dark right in there. Alright, you got that? Okay. Alright, let's leave that to dry, and then I'll take this off and you'll see. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. For this I'm going to work just the opposite. I'm going to put down some light, this color here, and then we'll do some of the pink on top of it. This is a good base color. Now I don't want to come all the way. You can see that there's light in here, so it just kind of comes across the top, come down here. This is the leg in shadow, and it comes along the bottom here, like that. And then out here, does it out here too. Okay, I'll do it along here. So, then I can come back in with the red. And touch it with the red. And we'll do a little bit of it here. Pink. Okay, that looks good. Looks like there's a little bit of orange in here too, so I'm going to add a little orange. There's the orange. Looks good. And why I've got that little spot right there, that should be filled in black. How I missed that? There. That's good. Let me smooth that a little bit. Take all the excess off. Just rub that just a little. Smooth it. I can do the same up here. Take it, get the excess off, and it just smooths that edge. Good. Good. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to come along, make sure I've got a little more on that front. No, I think it's good. All right. So we're going to leave that and let it dry right now. All right, we're back. What I want to do is go ahead and take off the masking here. It's all dry, so I can use my finger. And there it is. So I need to fix that little round light right there. So I'm going to mix up a black, good solid black, for the pupil again. Nice and solid. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to circle around. Grab my glasses. I'm going to circle around that. My masking was too large. So, there's the little light, and this right here is too white. I'm going to do a tiny little outline here, just a hair's width around it. Just a little bit. That adds a little depth to it. There we go. And then I'm going to color in that outline just a little bit. Just a little bit of light, very light gray. So I don't want it to be so strong. There we go. So that's a nice little look for the eye. And I'm going to do a little bit here on the leg. It's got that shadow on the upper part of the leg. I want it to be soft, so I'm doing my line, wetting the brush, taking the excess off, and just going over it, overlapping. It does that. Let's do a little bit over here too. Darken that a little bit. Darken that. Like that can be a little pinker in here. All right. So I think that looks pretty good. There's always little things. I'm seeing little things like right in here, the bottom of that feather. Take it up there. That looks pretty good.